much in the Jewish community. I won't tell on the bros for the immunity. Paying victim, that shit ain't gon' ruin.
What's happening, y'all? It's your boy Scoop.
It's the Deuce. What's happening, man?
Back at it, another podcast. Today we're gonna give y'all a twin edition episode. So on our social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that, we was what's the little joke called when you
The little poll.
we did a little poll. Was it a poll?
It was just questions.
Like the little question Jones on the app where people can ask questions. So I asked what's some questions I always wanted to ask a twin. And we got a whole bunch of different responses. Different questions. And the questions is actually something that we never even heard before. So we're going to dig right into it. Hopefully y'all going to learn something about twins. You hear me?
Let's do it. What's the first one you got for me?
All right. First question somebody asked, is there an easy way to tell y'all apart? You could touch on that.
So for people who don't really know us, like outskirts, outside looking in, they will automatically go to our haircuts. I just cut my hair lower, so it's a lot easier now. But before, I always had a fade. I had the fade since high school, and Scooter always had his hair going all the way around, just get the taper. Mm-hmm. So the haircuts was easy, but for like family, people that's really around us, tell us apart. You look at us, they would say like Scoot's face is a little more rounder than mine. I have a more of a longer, structured face. So that was like I said, if you really know us, that would be an easy way to tell us apart.
Also, I've heard that my goatee is a little thicker, Deuce is a little taller, I'm a little heavier, I look a little better.
Yeah, I
heard all that type of stuff. So that's an easy way to tell us apart if you already can't. But I promise you, after like a week or two of being around us, it's easy. Next question somebody asked. Who's older and by how many minutes? So I am older brother by 5 minutes. But it's crazy because it's like when you hear like, oh, a twin, you're older than the other, it don't really seem like one could be older. But I tell you, those 5 minutes, it's clear that you could tell like there's one who's older, there's one who's younger. Like it just hard to explain. It's like literally having like a big brother, a little brother. It's crazy that it's only 5 minutes.
And it's crazy because like as I was younger, I was saying to myself like it's only 5 minutes. But as I got older, I really consider it as like he's my older brother. Mm-hmm. Like just like different things that we go through in life like that. He does more like the older brother type of things, and I will revert to some of the little brother type of things in a way.
Yep. Yeah, as in those little brother things, he tried to test me a couple of times. He got beat up though, but
I can't fight Scoop because like I don't just fight. When I fight, I don't fight. I really try to hurt you. I get my brain just hit me somewhere, and I forget he's my brother. So we're on there and fight, man.
I bet. Somebody asks, do y'all or have y'all ever switched places? So yes, we have switched places. Actually, one time in elementary school, we switched places for the first time. We didn't know we switched places.
Yeah, we did it on accident.
So first day of school, Deuce had one teacher for homeroom. I had another teacher for homeroom. Somehow our schedules had got like mixed up or something crazy. So I was in Deuce's class for about two weeks. In his class for 2 weeks. He had my class for 2 weeks. And then they finally gave us something with like our names on it. Like they didn't never call like attendance or nothing like that. Like so we would have said if they called me his name, I would have been like, oh, that's not me. Took 2 weeks for them to finally realize, or for us to finally realize, like, hold on, this is not in my class. I think they end up letting us just stay in that class, and the teacher they had to adjust to it. Then there was
we did one in college, right?
Yeah, there was also one in college where like I think I had, or was it you or me? We did a couple of times, but it was one time where I had a professor where like you couldn't miss class, or like it was like you couldn't miss one class, or it was like points off or something crazy, or you out of the class. It was a hard class to get in. So I had
you had an obligation.
Had something on. Yeah. No, that was a minute ago. I had something to do. So I'm like, yo, Deuce, like I need you to sit in this class. Like he ain't gonna ask you no questions or nothing. Mm-hmm. And he ended up asking you something, right?
He ended up asking me something, but I mean it's college. We in the same major. We in the same minor as well. So it was kind of easy to like pick up on everything right away. Like I probably took that class already, or I was going to take it anyway. So I kind of knew the material.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, like other than school stuff, I don't think
Yeah.
there was ever other time
We,
where
we, we, we never just did it for like the fun of it because we twins or because we
Yeah.
could. It was like a either an accident or like a more serious matter for why we did it.
So we have do you ever or have you ever played tricks on your girlfriends?
I don't think so. I mean, growing up, I really don't know how like girls we dealt with in the past told us apart, and it's crazy because like our whole lives up until now, his wife and my fiance, they weren't in the same friend circle, but it's like every time we talk to a girl. If I talk to a girl, I put him on to the friend. Or if he talked to a girl, he put me on to the friend. So we always talk to the girl that was in the same friend circle, like I said, up until now, of course. But as far as playing pranks on the girls, no. Would the girls get confused at times? Yes. But we never played tricks on them.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is not like playing tricks on a girlfriend, but it's crazy. We was like maybe sixth or seventh grade, and I think we kind of had like the same girlfriend at one point in time in our lives. Like it was weird. Like I was, you know how the little kid like, oh, this is my girlfriend. Like I was talking to the girl, and there's like Deuce was talking to the girl, but we didn't know we was talking to the same girl type time. And you know what's crazy? Now I think about it, I don't think she knew.
She ain't
I don't
know
think she knew
either.
either.
She ain't know either.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, nah. I mean, I mean, like I said, once you're around us for like a week or two, it's rather easy to tell us apart. Um, have your parents ever gotten y'all mixed up? Nah, never, ever,
never.
ever. If they did, they played it off very well. But nah, my parents, I mean, even like looking at our baby pictures, like when we were newborns and all that, I don't know how they could tell us apart. Like I'll be looking like I don't know which one is me in those pictures.
Even like when it comes down to the voices, like if I go to my parents' house, I have more of a high pitched tone voice because like I said, I have anger issues at the time. Like me and my parents used to get into it, and it used to always be like, it's not like what you send, it's how you send it. So over the years, I changed my voice, and that just stuck with me. Every time I talk to my parents, it's in a more of a high pitched voice, so they know that I'm not upset or something like that, and it just stuck with me. So yeah, even the voices are a little different.
Um, do you have twin telepathy, and is twin telepathy a real thing?
I would say
About to blow y'all minds. It's
I would
crazy.
say I would say in a sense like it's just it's weird stuff that goes on. Like for an example, a handshake between us. We don't handshake. I don't know if y'all. I haven't told anybody this story, but we don't physically go here with it. We got a made up
No.
handshake. Like we do that stuff, but like actually like touching palms, dapping up. We don't do that. Like I will walk in a room and if there's guys in the room, including school, I would dap up everybody at school. Like yo, what's up? And like we never really thought about it. It's just like a second nature thing. But it's like to handshake each other, it always felt weird. We just talked about this probably like a month ago that it felt weird to us, but it's been feeling weird our whole life. Like a handshake is like I'm giving myself a handshake. It's like it just feel like a forbidden thing, and it's just like it just feels weird. So I would literally walk into a room, I would dap up everybody at school, like yo. Like I said, now probably like in college we got a handshake and we start doing that every time. That feels different because like I said, we're not touching palms, but like, it's like to touch palms is weird. Like so then I was curious one day. I did some research on it, and I found out twin girls do the same exact thing. They say like to hug each other, it feels weird. It feels like they're hugging themselves. Like they will hug other sisters and siblings, but like each other, they don't. So yeah, that's a unique thing there.
Hmm. But yeah, as far as like the twin telepathy thing go, we can definitely feel each other feelings. It's crazy. So like people be like, "Can you feel like when he hurt or whatever?" Not a physically like,
Yo, come on, that was kind of hard,
not
bro.
a physical punch. You can't feel that. Like, come on now. But like, if he going through something, I know right away. You feel me? Like, it's something on his mind. If he worried, afraid, whatever, like whatever emotions, happy, excited, it's like I could feel that, and it kind of throw me off sometimes because it's like, especially when we're around each other, if I'm having the best day in the world and it's like I just gotta sense that something going on, my day kind of like a little downward spiral because it's like, all right, now I'm feeling that. It's not even like feeling his energy. It's like it's like a different type of connection.
Yeah, it's like you know how like you having a bad day, you can kind of hide that part of yourself
Yeah,
from the
you
real
know,
world and
hiding
put on
that.
a fake smile. Between us, we really can't hide it. Like the minute he walked in a room, I'm like, all right, something wrong, the energy off. And then sure enough, later on that day, you know, he'll tell me like, yo, like this happened today. I'm like, I knew something was up. Do I know exactly what happened? No, but I know you're in a bad mood, we having a bad day. So yeah.
Yeah. Another thing is too, it's crazy to say, but like we literally have our own language. It's crazy.
Not like literally have our own language.
You could ask any of my friends, any of my family, anybody who ever been around us. It's crazy. It's not like speaking a different language.
It's almost like
It's
like speaking a tongue in a sense.
it's gibberish to someone
Yeah.
who don't know. Like like my man Bryson, we were Bryson, we all out, and when me and Deuce get there talking in our gibberish or whatever, we understand what's going on. He just like, yeah, but let y'all go ahead, rock out. Like y'all,
Yeah.
you just if you don't know, you don't know.
It's crazy. Like when we were younger, we never noticed that we did it until like our parents would be like, what are y'all talking about? And we like, what you mean? And then the same thing. Bryce, my high school friends, they're like, what y'all saying? And they're like, now as we getting older, you know how like you're around Spanish people or Mexican people, and like then once you hear the conversation, so they start talking and they start talking Spanish. That's like us, like if we're in a room and I don't want him or her to hear what we talking about, we'll start talking that language, and like we both be in sync with it. But to everybody else, they looking like what's up with them? Time. So definitely got our own language.
Yeah, it's crazy. So to answer that question, yes, twin telepathy is a real thing.
Absolutely.
It's just about how you look at it. Like it's not no crazy and beyond. Like I can't read his mind right now and know what he's thinking, or I can't feel if he's physically hurt. But like all that other stuff, yeah,
It's not an outer body experience, but it's definitely a real thing.
Yeah, facts. Oh wow, another question that said, can you feel each other's pain? We just touched on that. Like yes, absolutely. Like not physically, but mentally, emotionally,
yep.
definitely can feel that. Do twins run in your family? Twins actually do run in my family on both sides. It's crazy. I can't even tell you how many twins is in my family, but yeah, my first cousin, my uncle had twins, my cousins got twins. Twins run in my family. I think me or Deuce might end up having twins one of these days. It's crazy, but yeah, twins run crazy both sides. Who wins in a fight? Tell your side of the story first.
Who wins in a fight? Growing up, Scoot was always bigger than me. He was always stronger than me. He was always bigger and stronger. Like I said, like he actually had that bigger brother role. So for me, I reverted to like we fighting, I'm gonna try to grab you, I'm gonna try to choke you out, like them type of things. So who wins in a fight? I really try to go crazy when I'm fighting him, because I said growing up he was always that bigger person. So like there's been times where I grabbed a screwdriver before, or like one of our toy trucks and try to throw it at his head, like stuff like that. So
yeah, but when it comes to like when we used to fight growing up, it will always be like he told that big brother, bro. It's like I knew I never wanted to hurt my brother. You feel me? He didn't care if he hurt me. It was just like that little brother syndrome type time.
Macho type.
Yeah,
of deal.
but it's like me. I would grab you like, yo, like chill out, relax, like one of those. Or I just tell my parents like, yo, y'all better get him. Like, and my parents knew it, so they used to tell them all the time like, you know, he'll get with you, right?
Like, you know how like you watching a fight or you like see a fight and like somebody on top of the other person and they just continue to hit him. That would be me. But like Scoot, he'll get me on the ground and then he'll like come right here. And you're like, no, like stop playing with me. Like he'll do like that type of deal.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as now, I can't tell you the last time we.
Yeah, we ain't fighting a while. It went like a day without talking, stuff like that. But like physically fighting, we ain't like that no more, man. It's probably been like before high school. It might have been like freshman year of high school.
For sure, Ski. Say if somebody asks, so what is it like to constantly be around another human being who is just like you? Damn, what is it like? It's crazy. It's like we feel the same way y'all feel. Like imagine if y'all can't imagine that. It's crazy. It's like having your best friend like with you everywhere you go. I think growing up, we like not antisocial, but we really conservative and stay to ourselves, like laid back, chill. Like if we in a setting with a lot of people, I'm not gonna go around meeting everybody and hey, how you doing, talking to everybody. It's like growing up, I felt like we was always like it was just us. You feel me? So we was cool. Like we didn't have to go out and make friends or learn social skills and all that. 'Cause like I said, we had each other everywhere we go. So it's kind of like a gift and a curse. Kind of like sometimes I wish like I could walk in a room and I could network with anybody in the world. But I mean, I'm definitely trying to get to that point. But it's just like having a twin brother is hard.
Like school said, it's definitely like a gift and a curse as well. Like far as like even like the independence of it, like I would never. I think it's shout out to y'all, but I think it's very weird to go to a restaurant and eat by yourself. I'm enough niggas of people that do it. I think it's good for the mental, but I also think it's very weird because I always had my brother. Stuff like going on the plane ride by yourself. I think that's very weird because everything I ever did was with my brother. And obviously, as we're getting older, we're branching off more, but like it's very weird. And I applaud y'all because like I couldn't probably like a few years ago, I couldn't just pack up and move to a different state and be on my own by myself. Cause I said, growing up from in a womb to now, I always had somebody by my side type of deal. So
yeah, that's crazy. Um, did y'all ever dress alike? Yes, we did. Actually, used to dress alike. My grandma used to dress us every morning when we was in like elementary school, definitely, and I might have stopped.
We stopped going into 6th grade. Like the first day of school, she used to have our clothes out on a bed, right? So obviously after 5th grade, you got the whole summer, and then it's time for middle school, 6th grade. So we already in our head over the summer. We like, man, we done with that. This and that, but we ain't tell grandma yet. Man, that first day of school came. What was that bread we used to wear? We had the Linzen bread. She had the flat pant, plaid shirt. She had it all laid out and folded and ironed all on the bed side by side. We got the same exact fit. We like, my mom, we ain't doing that no more.
There was even times where like she would try dresses alike still. Like she still picked our clothes out. So she tried it one time, dresses alike. We took extra clothes to school and we like changed, like walking to the bus. We actually got caught that day too, because as we walking home from school, she pulling up to the crib. So she's like, I didn't pick that out. Like, what y'all doing? But yeah, even when we first stopped, it's like we still shared everything. We just had like we started wearing the same thing in different color. You feel me? We still shared all of our clothes. Like we shared the underwear drawer, sock drawer, tank tops, shirts, pants. We shared all that. We shared shoes. Like you wearing these today, now I'm gonna wear these today. But then like 8th grade to high school, and then now it's like we don't live together no more. So it's like we don't have nothing of the same at all, bro.
Facts.
We got.
While he found it now, I'll tell you a story about my grandma real quick, because we was doing this before we made the podcast. I was just thinking about some different type of twin encounters that we had. So there was one time we was like probably 6 or 7, and my grandpa was in a store. We were at me school with my grandma. My grandpa was in a store, so she let us get out and like go run around the parking lot, whatever. And we see this guy, and apparently he was a twin too. And I promise y'all, he knew our whole life. Like he was like, y'all twins? We like, yeah. He like, what's y'all? What? 5 minutes apart? We like, yeah. He like, he older, you younger? We like, yeah. He was like, you the better one? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you more calm and conservative. He knew a lot of stuff about us, and it was like it was weird, but like he was also a twin. And as I got older, I was able to tell things about twins as well. So we was like mind blown. We were so excited about that, man. We ran into the car like, Mom, guess what? We just see this guy and he said this and that about us. He knew everything about us. My grandma, she was like, that's why I told you I don't talk to strangers. But y'all knew about grandma. That's just how she was. She's like, yeah, that's why I told you I don't talk to strangers. But we was mind blown and super excited about that moment right there.
Yeah. So we've kind of touched on this next question a little bit. As somebody asked, I still want to answer this person's question personally. So Somebody asks, how does your relationship, which I imagine is very exclusive, influence your outside relationships? Like,
How does our relationship?
how does our relationship influence our outside relationships?
Yeah. We kinda touched
Uh,
on it.
Like I said, growing up, you have a person to talk to whenever, like literally whenever, like right by your side, 24/7. So it was definitely hard making friends. I mean, it wasn't hard making friends. We always played sports, football, basketball, track. So you kind of got to make friends with those guys. But it's like I was not we're not outgoing people. You feel me? Like I said, very calm, conservative, stay to ourselves, almost like a we don't speak unless spoken to type. Again, trying to grow out of that, have been growing out of that, but it's just like we kind of sheltered each other, like just being under each other all the time.
Absolutely. Oh god.
What is the most embarrassing situation you ever found yourself in because of the fact that y'all are twins? That's a good question. The most embarrassing situation we found ourselves in.
I'll I'll probably go back with to like elementary school, and we was in school, and like school was like he was to the point where he was starting a date, and me personally I wasn't there yet, but only I knew that. And like I told y'all, every time growing up, every time we had a girlfriend, he had a girlfriend, I had a girlfriend, we would put each other on to the friend, right? So he's in the hallway, he talking to his girlfriend. We was young, he talking to his girlfriend at the time, and he like, yeah, like who this your friend right here? Like, yeah, whatever. Like like, all right, my brother down there about to go get it. We see what's up, whatever. So we could start talking, I guess. So the two girls are over there in the corner, and Scooter walked down the hall to come get me. So then so we walk up to the girls. I couldn't do it. Like I said, I wasn't there yet. I just couldn't do it. So I turned around and I took off running.
Running, boy.
I ran. So the Scooter didn't even know I was going. He thought I was still behind him. So he like you know how the means be like, excuse me, my man want to talk to you. It was like, excuse me, my brother right here, he want to talk to you. She like looked like, where he at? And that was like
crazy, yeah.
I've been good ever since then, but that was the moment right there for sure.
Was funny. Dang, I just thought about this. I didn't have nothing at all. I just thought about this though. This wasn't an embarrassing moment, but it was funny. It was funny as a mug. We played AAU basketball, Future Stars. Shout out to Future Stars. Play AAU basketball, right? And we weren't the tallest kids on the team, so we always played guard, point guard, shooting guard. And we had a pair of triplets on the team, and they little short. Best again, shout out to the essays, but it was real short. So whenever we blow teams out, my dad was the coach. He would put all five of us in together. So you got the three little triplets. And like I said, we want the tallest kids. So you got me playing center, playing the five, and Deuce playing power forward. But it's like that was funny to see because like you know AAU, it's a lot of games going on at one time. So you would get like the game stop and they looking at our game, and then the crowd looking and everybody laughing. Like that was just always funny when we did that.
It was literally times where the games around just stopped and they was watching the court, man.
Nice. Do you ever think about how life would be if the other wasn't there, or if you grow apart at some point in life?
I'm gonna touch on the second part first. Would I ever think we grow apart at all? Nah. I just can't see it. I mean, we work together, but even after work, we gotta have like at some point in our day, we gotta have like a 30 to an hour phone call. Like I just seen this man all day, but we're gonna be on the phone. Or like even before work, we'll be on the phone for like an hour just to go to work together. So like every day we're constantly keeping that communication going. I don't see it, man. Like I said, when you in the womb with each other, man, till now y'all side by side, can't nothing really deter that relationship. Like I said, there's been times where we went a day without talking, but we know that ain't cool. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, first of all, my mom, I love her to death. She definitely don't want to see that. So yeah.
It's funny, every time he say womb, I'm watching BMF now. You know how you be like, womb to the tomb. I think about that all the time.
Trying to get that tatted?
That'd be tough. We gotta get that tatted.
What the first part say?
I could touch on the first part, but it said, do you ever think about how life would be if the other wasn't there? I would say yes and no. I would say no because, like, if you got a sibling, you never thought about, like, what if he wasn't here? You feel me? It's like that's just not something you want to think about with your sibling. But being a twin and having somebody by your side, yeah, I think about like what if I didn't have a twin or if I wasn't an only child. Like I said, I think I would be more social, or I think I would be able to do more or experience more by myself, or being comfortable just doing stuff by myself. I think I would definitely want to experience that, but it's like at the same time, it's like I do have a twin. You feel me? So I know it ain't going nowhere.
I couldn't agree more. And I was just thinking back to one of the other questions about like how it feel to be a twin, and it says a gift and a curse. This used to piss me off the most, man. Every sport we played, let's keep basketball out of it for a second. We played football and ran track, and we were the best on our team, like 1 and 2. We were the best on our team. Every time it came time for a banquet, the third best always got it because the coach is gonna say, "I don't want y'all to fight." It'd be times where, like football, man, I probably had like 20 touchdowns on the year. School probably had 30 on the year, right? They give it to the dude who had 8 on the year because I don't want y'all to fight. Or track, we the top 2 fastest, and it's kind of easy to tell. They give it to the third best, so I don't want y'all to fight. There's been times where our other teammates or peers was like, what the heck? They didn't get the award?
Yeah.
Like, y'all might as well just let's go to the same house and give to one of them shoes.
Same crib.
Always, our whole lives have been like that, man.
Somebody asked, what's one thing that you can do well that the other cannot? Oh, that's a good question. Dang, I don't know how to answer this one. So like in college, right, we figured out our strengths and our weaknesses. And then even coaching as well, I touch on both of those. So first, college, I realized I wouldn't say I was the smarter one, but like I picked things up a lot quicker. So like we were the same major, most of our classes was the same. So it's like whenever we had like a group project or like homework or an assignment, I always took the lead on that, and I kind of helped him out along the way. And then coaching now, we coach football and track, and it's like I realized that my coaching style is like I'm more like what's the word, verbal. I have more of a verbal approach. So I'm the one that's in front of the team, like, yo, this is what we're gonna do. We're doing X, Y, Z. This is how practice is gonna look, or if something gotta get done, and I gotta express that to the team. I'm the one that tells the team, whereas he handled everything behind the scenes. It's like he's like logistics stuff, that like setting up track meets, setting up games and roster, all that extra stuff, paperwork stuff. That's some. And I think when it comes to like business, it might be end up being the same way for real. Like I could see myself like being more of like not the face obviously, but like just being like more out there and more of the spoken one, and then he just handle all that.
I'm gonna do the things people don't see. And I would also say like far as like how we operate on a day-to-day too. Like I think like school is more of a planner. You know, he's gonna sit down and like write things out, make sure everything's good, just follow that plan, that itinerary throughout the day. I'm more of a like a what's the word? I'm more of
I don't know the word you're looking for.
I'm more of a doer. I'm gonna wait till the last minute. I'm gonna procrastinate a little bit. I work hard under pressure. I'm gonna get it done, but I'm gonna get it done my way. Cause I know like if I got a 24-hour day to work on something, I'll probably wait until the last 4 hours. Be like, all right, let me lock in. Let me get focused now. Yeah. Scoop gonna make sure first 2 hours I'm gonna do this. Let me take a break. The next 2 hours I'm gonna do that. It's all gonna get done. It's gonna look the same, but I just like to, like I said, rush, get my the adrenaline going a little bit more with it.
And that goes back to what I was saying about college. It was the same way. Like he could do a paper that's due at 11:59 2 weeks from now. He could do that 10:30 p.m. and he got 30 or an hour and a half to get it done, whatever. Whereas it's me, if I got 2 weeks to get a paper done, I'm gonna do my intro this day. I'm gonna do body 1, 2, 3 this day. I'm gonna do my conclusion, then my references, and then citations. I'm gonna split it up and all that. But coming down to the back end of these questions now, do y'all have the same personalities? So I think it'll be cool if I tell what I think your personality is, or I explain your personality, you explain mine.
Let's do that.
So Deuce's personality, he is more like funny for sure. He's definitely the funnier one naturally. Like it's crazy. It's like almost like comedic. and then he's also nicknamed the wild card. That's his nickname. Shout out to the winners. But yeah, the wild card. You never know what you're gonna get from Deuce. It's like you don't know what type time he gonna be out. Like we go out, it's like, all right, what type time he about to be on? Or even it's like you never know, like something crazy might happen at any given moment. You just gotta stand on your toes and watch the show.
School School is definitely the more mature one. He got a quick fuse, and I'm seeing that more and more as we're getting older. Like he gets serious a lot faster than I would get serious. There's like situations where I don't care. Like, okay, that happened. So what? We move on. School gonna be like, nah. Like, why would that just happen like that? Like, I don't like that. Like, he definitely has a quick fuse. I said he's the more serious one. When we go out, I think he's the more outgoing one. He's going to lead for sure. He's going to take that first step. We kind of in the back enjoying this show, honestly. And yeah, that's how I would say school operates on a day to day.
So what is the silliest question? Hold on. Somebody asked this question a little wrong. Hold on, let me get it right for you. Silliest question. What's the silliest question you've been asked about being a twin? Does that make sense?
I think what we said earlier. If I hit you, can he feel it? That's gotta be like the top one. That one probably shouldn't even count how high it is. No, can't.
Yeah, I mean that's like out of this world. Like obviously, I mean, maybe it might be a pair of twins out there that you never know. It might just be us, but nah, you can't physically feel somebody else being hit. A funny question we don't get it a lot. Growing up, we got it a lot. Like our guy friends trying to be funny, or like I just posted this on Instagram. Like, yo, ask a question I always wanted to ask twins, and a lot of you guys was asking. Ladies was cool, but the guys y'all was asking, do y'all have the same size pee? That's a funny question. I don't even think I want to answer or get into that question. But yeah, that's a question we used to get all the time growing up. And yeah, a couple of y'all just asked it like last week. So
oh man,
mind your business. Describe each other in 3 words. I'll put up 2 in 3 words. Deuce, I said this already. He's funny. How I want to make this guy. I don't want to just throw out like 3 basic words. Deuce is funny. Deuce is sensitive. That's a good one. Very sensitive. And I'm gonna put this with the second one. Sensitive and emotional. Sensitive and emotional, and then one more. We got. I got words in my head, but I don't want to give y'all a basic word. I would say passionate, but it gotta be something that that's the definition of being passionate is caring about something. But he's very passionate when it comes to like family. Family, like it's literally family over everything. Like people got that tatted and all this and that, but a lot of people don't live by that. But it's like he take a lot of pride in his last name, and Ben Selby like take a lot of pride in that. So those are 3. Funny, literally a comedian, especially when we get out and drinks is flowing. Yeah, it's over. And then what I say, emotional and sensitive. It's like he wear his emotions on his sleeve, and then he gonna let you know about it. It could be as simple as thing. If he ain't like it, he gonna let you know about it. And then like I said, passionate when it comes to family. It's literally family over everything, blood over water.
Appreciate that, gangster. For school, I'm gonna start with nurturing. He similar to what he said about me. He's definitely gonna care about everybody around him. He's gonna make sure everybody around him is good way before he makes sure himself is good. Even me seeing the way he is with his son, you could definitely tell since having his son that just turned him up that much more, and I've definitely noticed it. I would say I would say very obedient. Very obedient. He's gonna go by the book. You never gonna see him doing something he shouldn't do. Uh, he the type that like if he missed the trash can throwing something away and nobody's around, he's still walk behind himself and pick it up. For real, I might just leave it there. I ain't gonna leave it there. But
That's a good one though. That's a good one for sure.
one more, nurturing, obedient, protective. I would say protective for that last one. When I'm with school, I know I'm good. I know I'm absolutely good. My mom always told us like when y'all out, we know this as well. We know this, but like when we out, we don't drink to get drunk. Like if I go out somewhere that I'm not familiar with that area, I probably have one drink when I first get there, and then that's it. Cause I'm not aware of my surroundings, so I want to make sure I'm locked in. But if it came a time where I'm taking a few back and scoot there, I know I'm good. You know, they say like always watch over your back, looking over your shoulder. I know a scoot there, I'm good, and I'm sure everybody around them feel the same way. So.
And I think that goes back to our earlier questions about like who's older. We would say like those 5 minutes make a difference. It's like I know like, I carry that badge of honor. Like I know I'm the older brother, but it's like I don't even think about it. It just come natural. Like I know I gotta hold it down and make sure he good. But again, wild card, you never know what you're gonna get, so you gotta stay on it. Last question. This is probably one of my favorite questions because this is a question in our 26 years that we've never gotten before. Really good question. It said, when did you realize that you were twins? When I tell you that's a great question, I've never heard that question before. I never thought about it before. When did we realize we were twins? Obviously, not obviously, but I honestly cannot even tell you because it's like, it just happened. It's almost like your first memories. Like you can't remember something when you were 2 or 3 years old. I think it had to happen that early. I don't think it was like mommy, he looks like me, or daddy, we got the same. I don't think it's one of those, but I wish I could remember. Like I'm sure it was something. Like I'm sure it was like mind blowing to us that whatever that. I gotta ask my mom that question. Maybe she don't know.
That's a good question. Whoever asked that, shout out to y'all. That's a real good question. There's not necessarily nothing to like remember about like when we first found out, but there's been a few moments as to where like, I don't know if y'all know this, but like you can never physically see yourself. Every time you see yourself, you're looking at a reflection of yourself. So with school, like it's in a sense that like I'm looking at myself, like growing, like right now we don't look alike, but growing up we look just like, had the same buzz cut and all that. But like if I want to see how outfit look, I could tell school, like, yo, put it somewhere, let me see, like, I bet I know I'm gonna wear these shoes instead of these shoes, but it's on him. But it's like in a sense I'm dressing myself. So it's like there's moments that we have like that, the perk of being a twin, I guess, but as far as remembering the moment, I wouldn't say we had that at all. That's a good question though.
But yeah, I mean, that's all the questions we got. I'm glad that we were able to answer y'all question. There were some great, interesting questions too. So again, hopefully y'all learned something, man. Another episode of House of Winners podcast. If you got any more questions, feel free to drop those in the comments, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that, man.
Yes, sir. Like School said, like, comment, subscribe. Y'all could write in the comments new topics y'all want us to talk about, new questions, things of that nature. All right. Shout out to the winners. You heard?
Bye. Hero. The voice of the hero. Voice of the hero.